going to do my speech on embalming and funeral directors, because on the first day you asked what our major is going to be, and I said I'm studying mortuary science, and everybody looked at me like I was a weirdo. So I just kind of want to give like a brief little thing of like what we do. So a lot of people, you know what a funeral is, and you know that, you know, when a body's in the casket, but I don't think a lot of people know how it gets to that point. So I just want to give like a quick history, because there's so much different history and different cultures on embalming, and it's too much. So it was practiced in Egypt, was the earliest, and which was the mummies, mummification. And the Egyptians believed that the mummy had when it was turned into a mummy, they believed that it was empowered and empowered the soul after the death. And then after that, after the Egyptians, don't really embalm that much. It just kind of, you just kind of buried your dead. But it started coming back just in the United States. It started coming back during the wars, after someone died, bringing the body back to the families, and without it being decomposed, because that's rough on a family to see. And it's just it's a horrible view for the family. And then why we embalm? First, death is not a pretty subject. You know, we all like to believe that death is happy and peaceful, or but heart attacks or sudden deaths, it doesn't happen like that a lot of the times. So the funeral director's job is to make the loved one look as peaceful and as natural as possible from when they were alive. And it allows the family to physically confront death in a way that's more visually pleasing when it looks like they're back to a normal state. And then also embalming sanitizes, helping spread a disease, because after touching them and stuff like that, it can spread disease. And how to embalm, I don't think a lot of people know, but you use the body's circulatory system, the veins and everything, and you send preservatives throughout the body. So the first thing you do is you cut an incision right above the collarbone, and there's an artery and a vein. And you cut the artery, and you put a needle in there that pushes embalming fluid in, which preserves the body, and it pushes it in, and then the blood will push out through the other side of the artery. And then after the blood is all gone and just embalming fluid is coming out, and that's when you stitch the artery closed. And then after that, you let the body sit for a little bit, and then the fluids, the preservatives, will soak through the tissue and it'll harden up and preserve the body. Then after that, you dress the body in makeup. Not too much makeup, just enough to make it look natural. You don't want to be caking on makeup with like a Barbie doll or something like that. And a lot of people, they think that once you embalm a body that they stay preserved forever, which is not the case. About a year they'll stay preserved in the casket, and it depends on the temperature and the humidity, where the casket is, and the strength of the chemicals of the embalming fluid. And then there's a lot more to embalming than what I just said, but I didn't want to get into graphic details. So I just did the basics. And a lot of people think it's a gross job, which it is. I've seen like gross things, and but someone has to do it, and death will happen. Just part of our lives. It just does happen. And we all had someone in our life that passed away, and we try to make it. Funeral director tries to make it as easy as possible for that family to get through it, and funeral director tries to give the strength to the family to get through it, because they lose a lot of their hope, and we gotta kind of keep it, keep the strength going. And the last thing, death is, it's not a pretty thing. So the funeral director's job is to make something ugly beautiful again, so the family can get through it. And does anybody have any questions so I can keep this going? 5 minutes. Can I ask questions? Do you ask questions?
No.
That's it.